Hello, and welcome to the Slayin It with Shawna podcast.
Keep slaying it.
If you're looking for someone who's raw, unfiltered, and authentic, you've come to the right place. And now, let's get started with your host, Shawna Martinez.
Keep slaying it.
Hey everyone, Shawna Martinez.
Hi, Jordan here.
Welcome to Slayin It with Shawna, our new podcast. So this is episode number 5. Lucky number 5. If I had thought more about it and planned a little bit better, actually I think we had planned to do it on Tuesday. We would have hit Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah.
Episode number 5 on Cinco de Mayo.
Cinco de Cinco.
Yeah. Yes. 555.
Yeah.
As usual, I don't plan things out very well. Actually, I think we planned to do it and then a lot of stuff happened. So business is getting super busy. We've been busy, but we're blessed, but we're trying to balance it all. And, you know, as usual, I struggle with balance. So it's like all or nothing. And so it was all work, no podcast. So as you can see, we have a different wall color behind us. So if you follow us at all on, let me move this a little bit. So if you follow us at all on our social media pages, you know that we've moved into a new house a couple weeks ago. We're actually live today too on Instagram. So this is going to be...
Hi, Instagram.
Yeah, hi, Instagram. I can't see you or know if you're saying anything or if anybody's watching, but if you are, hello, welcome. Thanks for joining. But we moved into a house a couple of weeks ago, I guess maybe like a month now. Mm-hmm. And so we have this extra space in our house. It's a dining room that we don't use at all. It's like off of our kitchen. It's space by itself. And so we're turning it into a podcast room / Peloton room.
Ooh.
Because my Peloton will be here 1 week from yesterday. So next Wednesday.
Right.
And I can't wait to start working on that. Of course, ask me after I get it because my butt's going to be sore. Places I never knew existed are going to be sore. So we are changing this room into my podcast room and my Peloton room. And I have a client. So for those of you who don't follow me, you should, as I always say. And I'm a local real estate agent here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. I'm also very much into health and fitness. You never know by looking at me, but I love all things health, fitness, travel. And so we talk about all those things. Mm-hmm. But one of our clients actually does a lot of the decorating for model homes for builders in the area. And she's very, very good. And she makes custom signs and all kinds of stuff. So I actually reached out to her and said, hey, I need some help. I work houses for a living, which is why we move so much, but I never know what to do with my own house. And so it's kind of a mixture of a bunch of different things. And I'm trying to we plan on staying here in this one for a little while. By a little while, I mean till our kids graduate high school, which is 4 more years. So
We'll see.
I don't know. This last time, I usually don't have to help move. And this last time I did. And now I know why my husband hates moving. Because I had to help pack and it was not fun. And so we're like 75% unpacked here. But so I originally said when we moved in, and she was here when we saw our house for the first time, and I was like, I don't want to change anything, not a paint color, not a light, nothing. And we are 4 weeks here at the house now, and we've changed a paint color, and we changed some light fixtures. And the big project is going to be the office. So I'm super pumped about that because it gets to be whatever I want because I have a husband who lets me do whatever I want. I don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing.
Good thing.
Yeah. So Jordan and I were kind of going back and forth because Jordan's very good at picking things out. So I always run ideas off of her. And so I had this crazy idea for our office space. Mm-hmm. And it's going to look really, really good. We're going to do lots of befores and afters. Yes. So my client is actually making a custom made sign for us, a Slay with Shawna podcast sign. I can't wait to see it. It looks very vintage. It's going to be great.
And it's going to go right here.
Right here behind us. Yeah. So it'll be right here. And then she's got some shelves and stuff that she's doing and we'll put some knickknacks and stuff on that. So next time you see us, hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll have the new backdrop here and it'll be staying that way. And then my Peloton will be over to the side and then I'll be, it'd be like my little space.
Yeah.
So we changed out the light in here to this big chandelier that was over our dining room table. I love the chandelier, but then I thought, I don't know if it really goes there. So we changed it and now it's like very girly. It's like very feminine. Mm-hmm. So let's talk about spaces because I think spaces make a huge difference in like what you do. Mm-hmm. So for me, like I know that if my office looks really great, like I spend a lot of time in there anyways, but like it's gonna probably up my game on my performance.
Yes, and organization because it's gonna be amazing.
Yes.
I cannot wait.
Yes. So we have like stuff in boxes and all kinds of stuff all in our garage and it's very difficult like when we have swag everywhere, we have promotion products everywhere. you name it, it's like spread out all in the garage. And my husband, he also does jujitsu. And right now, since everything's closed, and I don't care what you say, like I am all for people opening their businesses because COVID-19 has really taken a hit for a lot of small business owners.
Right.
We've been blessed, but there's a lot of business owners that have not. And so I'm fine with everybody opening up. What I'm not fine with is everybody going in at once. So my husband's birthday was last week. And I didn't get him anything because my husband's one of those people like a birthday present to him is not spending anything.
So, oh yeah.
So he wanted to have some mats to be able to roll and do jujitsu here at the house. And so he bought some. And so I just said, oh, well, happy birthday.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, so we're trying to clear out the space in the garage. So it all started because the space in the garage needs to be cleaned out, but we have another car in there and I can't take it out because our HOA, we live in an HOA, will not let us park the car in the front. We'll start getting violation notices.
Oh, I did not know that.
If you stay overnight, you'll get a violation notice that says, hey, we've noticed your car's been here overnight more than it's supposed to be.
Oh my gosh.
Ask me what we're going to do when we have 3 kids driving.
Yeah.
We'll have to move.
Again.
Or they'll have to have one car and everybody will share it. And I think I'd rather just buy a new house than have to hear people fight.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. We'll see which kids pass the test to be able to drive when they turn 16 and which ones were not. Because I have a feeling that not all of them will be ready to have their driver's license. But we're trying to clear out that space. And so that's where it kind of started was we would clear out the second stall in the garage to be able to have my husband be able to roll in there. But there's boxes everywhere. And I'm like, well, we can't just have boxes sitting in my office because I get anxiety. We've talked about this. I get anxiety a lot. I deal with anxiety a lot.
So do I.
And having stuff everywhere, like Jordan, thankfully, since she's that way, she keeps everything very organized, but there's nothing to put things in there. There's no shelves, there's no countertops, there's nothing. There's just 3 desks. We have a very large space. So I just thought, why not redo the office, have some built-ins put in and make it everything I want. So it's going to be gold. There's going to be lots of gold. It's going to be fabulous. And we will make sure to document everybody every step of the way.
Yes.
Like we do everything else.
It's going to be awesome.
So speaking of like being prepared and organized and how spaces affect you, how do you prepare to, like if you're going to start like a new challenge,
Okay.
or you're going to start like a new diet, or you're going to start like a new whatever you're going to start, what are some ways that you prepare yourself?
I start by writing down what I'm trying to do.
Like what you want to achieve?
Yes.
Okay. And you're a tracker. We talked about this. So you're a tracker. And so do you start, like, because everybody's different. Like I know someone like me, I have weight to lose. I look at you and it's all in what we perceive. But
Right.
I don't look at you as somebody who needs to lose any weight. So like, but do you track like your weight? Is that something you keep track of, or what's important for someone like you?
Not really, because like when you get on the scale, it either doesn't move or it goes the wrong way.
And then it affects your whole mood.
And then it's like, why am I even doing this?
100%.
So I very rarely get on the scale just because either if it goes up, I'm like, it's just muscle, like no big deal.
Muscle weighs more than fat.
It does.
I'm pretty sure pounds are pounds.
No. So I rarely like weigh myself. And I
Okay, good
don't
for you.
measure either. So
Okay.
I just go by the way I'm feeling.
I think that's really
physically.
important. Okay, so I think that's a very important point that you brought up, because there will be some times when one of my million diets I've ever tried, which we talked about in one of our previous podcasts, that I've tried every pretty much diet is out there. And so what I've noticed is if I just go off how I feel, then my mood is always really good. Like I'm very positive, happy. And then, everybody says, oh, well, you have to weigh, or you'll be in like a group challenge and they'll say, well, you have to weigh at least once a week. And if that scale doesn't go as much as I thought it was going to, or if it doesn't reflect the hard work and everything that I did to get to where I am by the end of the week,
Right.
It like for me, it's like, what does it matter what I'm doing? I'm just going to go back and eat all the crap I was eating and not work out. And then, you know what? Who cares? The scale doesn't move anyways.
Right. So that doesn't really work for me.
It doesn't.
Or if I do get on the scale, I don't really pay attention to what it actually says. I'm just like, oh well.
So I bring this up because Jordan didn't even know this. I was talking to my husband about it yesterday. So I'm in a group with a lot of other agents. And what I love about first of all, I think it's super important for you to surround yourself with people who are like-minded or even better-minded than you to push you out of your comfort zone, because nothing good ever happens from your comfort zone.
I agree.
And so we've talked about this in a previous podcast as well. I know we're only on podcast number 5, but like you'll see recurring themes here because I use it in everyday life. And so there's a group of agents that I'm friends with, and they started doing this 75 hard challenge. Have you heard about it?
No. Explain.
It's really hard. And it's not for the faint of heart. So I was like, the first time they did it, I was like, I had just had my surgery. So for those of you who don't know, we'll do a podcast episode about it, but I've had a tummy tuck. Best thing I ever did. I haven't lost any more weight since I had my tummy tuck, but I mean, at least what I have looks pretty good. So I'll take it. But so I really want to dive back into like working out, because before I had Silas, so we have a little boy, he's almost 3, and which tells you something, he's almost 3. And I've had a really hard time getting back on to getting into the routine of working out. And so for me, I'm a group person. So I've never been one to exercise at home. That's why the Peloton's a little intimidating to me, because I'm by myself here in the house. But you're also in a group with tons of people. So like I'm in a group of agents that get up and they ride at like 5:30 every morning. And so I'll get up super early, get my workout in. And so I like having a group atmosphere.
I do too.
So you are too. You're not a at-home workout.
No, I hate at-home workouts.
So this has been hard for you having the gym.
So hard, because when I go to the gym, I know it sounds so dumb, but I feel like someone's watching me.
So you go harder.
And so I'm like, someone's
they
watching.
Are.
So I have to do my best.
Because she's really pretty blonde girl. Like they probably are watching her. Like, girl, what's that?
No, probably no one's watching me. But as long as I think it, I work out better.
Yeah, I run faster. If I think somebody's looking at me.
I'm like, am I
this is true
right?
though. This is true. Like, do I look good?
Yeah.
This is probably true. So that's why I find workout groups like Camp Gladiator, for instance, it's not like worldwide, but they're growing. They're getting more and more. And I've been doing it on and off for, oh my gosh, probably since 2014.
Oh, wow.
So I've been doing it on and off for 6 years. You would think I'd have a lot more check-ins. So CG's, they call it CG. What? I'm actually going to have a trainer, 2 trainers on from CG on our podcast to talk about their programs and how they've adapted. They've what we call pivot. And what's going on with COVID and their workouts and stuff like that. And they've done all this virtual workouts. Well, now they've decided to keep it as a permanent thing, which I think is great, because sometimes you want to work out and then you can work out with people all over the world. Like I have friends all over the world.
So are they going to do both?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So there was like a fee for it, which I'll pay it, but it's like, it's free for bowl members. So like for me, I'm in a 12-month commitment. And so I get it free until October. My trainer just told me that the other day. And I said, ooh, maybe I'll get back in. But it is, it's really hard. But what I love about it is everybody's encouraging. Some of my best friends have come from Camp Gladiator. Some of my best clients have come from Camp Gladiator. And then also I like it because it's a group setting. Everybody's encouraging of each other and you go at your own pace. So like there's some people out there. We have one on our team, Carmen.
I was about to say, did you meet her through CG?
Yes.
She's
well,
amazing.
I met her because she circled around me so many times because she's so fast. Like
you're like, oh, I see you again.
So one of our trainers has like Mile Monday. And it was at the parking lot at the mall, and she mapped out a mile, and it was actually like 4 rounds around this big parking lot, and Carmen was always the first one to finish.
Wow.
She would easily lap me. And I'm not like a bad runner. Like I'm really not that bad, especially for somebody who has 50 plus pounds to lose still. I'm actually a pretty good runner, I thought, but I mean Carmen's like beast mode.
Yeah.
And so
she seems like she would be.
Yes. So I should be taking her. I mean, she keeps saying, "Hey, you need to work out with me. I'll call you, make sure you're up." But trying to get up, even just to get back in the schedule of getting up and doing a 4:50 a.m. workout with her is intimidating.
That sounds like death to me, honestly.
Well, when I was doing it, it was the best I've ever felt in my life.
Yeah. I think my thing is not the workout; it's the getting up that early.
But no, it's not for everybody.
Yeah.
But for me, I like it because you're young, you don't have kids, you don't have other distractions and other responsibilities other than like what you want to put on as a responsibility for yourself.
Right.
I mean, you have a career and you have things like that, so I'm not knocking you at all. But for me, it's like if I want that quiet time with myself, and I don't want to feel like I'm being selfish by taking that time away from my family or my kids or my husband or my business. I feel like if I get up at 4:00 in the morning, I can accomplish so many things by the time everybody else wakes up at 7 that I've already had my couple of hours of me time. I'm already like one step ahead of everybody else. And like, I feel like the early bird gets the worm.
Yeah. I mean, that's really good. I wish I could be a morning person, and I'm trying to be, so.
I feel like you just have to kind of like ease yourself into it a little bit. Like maybe just for like a week, maybe wake up 30 minutes earlier than you normally do, or, like whatever. But it is really hard right now too.
Yeah.
So I have committed, so I'm really bad about committing to things and then not finishing it, but this one I really want to finish.
Okay.
So I feel like when you put stuff out to people, like they'll hold you more accountable.
Okay. Is that what
like you said, when people are watching you? Yeah. So when you said people are watching you, you feel like you work out better. I feel like when I tell people my goals and what I want to do, like I achieve them more. So I'm going to be on the 75 hard challenge. So the 75 hard it's a really hard challenge for 75 days.
Okay.
So there's so many things to it, I had to actually write it down.
Okay.
So I don't want to mess it up. So the first one is you have to follow a diet, but it's any diet you want. So it could be like, I know some people, they just log their food. They counted calories. That was their diet. Some people do, like myself, intermittent fasting, as long as you follow that, but you have to follow it. Like you could do keto, you could do whatever your diet is, it's fine. You can pick whichever one you want, but you have to follow it for 75 days without messing up.
Okay.
And I'll tell you what happens if you mess up. So that's one of them. You have to follow a diet, any diet. The other one is you have to drink a gallon of water a day. And it can't be like flavored water, so you can't be putting Crystal Light and stuff in it. Like it's plain water.
Okay, so I just ordered a gallon water bottle.
I was gonna tell you I need to
from
order one.
Amazon.
I need to order one.
And it has like the time slots on when you need to finish
Can
it.
we
by.
order one for me?
Yes,
Put it on your
I'll
list.
order one. Yes.
Yeah, she's my assistant, so I'm like, put it on your list. I was gonna tell you because you know how we had to talk about this is we drink more when we have prettier cups.
Yes.
But for me, I will. Like one of my friends, I was actually talking to her this morning. She's actually going to do the 75 hard challenge too. And this is her second time. She got 30, I think she told me she got 35 or 39 days into it and she missed something. And trust me, you don't want to know what happens when you miss something, but she was like in tears, upset.
Oh, no.
And so she said that for her, she would lose track of how many things of water, because she would take one water bottle, fill it up, and that would, and she would count. But then she said she would lose count. So for me, I don't even want to, for me, the easier, the better. Because
that's why I just got 1 gallon, drink it one a day.
But my thing is I like ice water, but what I could do and what I probably will end up doing is I like, we've been keeping Sonic Ice in the house because I love Sonic Ice. And so I'll probably have that in my cup that I like to drink out of, and then I'll pour the water from the gallon, and when that gets empty, then I know I'm done for the day.
Perfect, yeah.
Because otherwise, if I'm being honest, I'll count the ice and the water as like a 20 ounce, even though like there's only 8 ounces of water in there and the rest of it's ice. And it's like, I really want to make sure I do this right.
That's a good idea. Just pour it. And then.
So I like ice. I only like ice water. I don't like room temp water. So it was just a long time ago. It used to be opposite, but now it's like, I will not drink water unless it's ice cold and it has to have ice in it.
Okay. Well,
and so
whatever works.
Order me that. That's fine. So a gallon of water has to be plain, no flavorings. The other one is you have to do 2 workouts a day.
Okay.
And they have to be at least 45 minutes long.
45 minutes.
And one of them has to be outside.
Okay, what if you do 1 long workout?
2.
It has to be 2.
2 separate workouts. And it has to be like, so for instance, CG is an hour long. So if I do Camp Gladiator, that's 1 workout. And that's outdoors. So that will be my outdoor workout.
Okay.
And then if I do my Peloton, I could do another 45-minute workout. So it doesn't matter how you could do an hour and a half workout, but if it's 1 workout that you're doing and it's an hour and a half long, that's 1 workout. From what I understand.
Okay.
So you might as well just do 45 minutes.
Yeah, just stop.
So like Camp Gladiator, I would always leave like 15 minutes early because I had to get ready for work. So now I'll probably leave 15 minutes early just because I'll be dying. But I'm planning on doing Camp Gladiator again and doing the virtual workouts, and I can do it outside of my patio or in my garage or whatever. It's counted as an outdoor workout.
Okay.
So one of my friends I was talking to this morning, she said what she did was she did a Peloton workout, which was at least 45 minutes. And then she said that she would do like a walk at night with her kids.
Oh,
outside.
So that counts?
Yeah, as long as it's outdoors. And it doesn't say like how many calories you have to burn. It doesn't say how rigorous the workout has to be. It just says a workout. So a workout could be just walking with your kids. So like for us, our kids love doing the walks at night. And that kind of helps because especially when you start off working out with something new, like you get really, really sore and stiff. Yeah. And sometimes just a good walk is good for you.
Yeah.
She said sometimes, so this kind of makes me question what I just said, because she said sometimes she would miss her workout during the day or in the morning. So she was doing 1 in the morning and 1 in the evening.
Okay.
I almost feel like it'd be better for me to if I could try to do both my workouts in the morning.
In the morning?
Because then if something comes up, then I don't have to be like, oh, it's 9 o'clock at night and I haven't done my second workout. And oh, oops, that one has to be outside.
Yeah.
Because my first one was indoors,
true.
Unless
you know for sure you're going to go on a walk.
But that's the thing is like, even, like things come up. It's like, what are you going to do? You can put it in your schedule, but it's only as good as you hold yourself to your schedule.
Or sometimes maybe do the evenings on the weekends.
Maybe.
Because you're usually
so that's
typically.
True. So she said that sometimes what she would do is she would not find out, but like at 9 o'clock at night would come up and she'd be like, and you have to like, and by day, it means by the time you go to bed.
Right.
So it's not like a 24-hour period. It's like if you wake up at 6 and you go to bed at, 7 or 8 or 9 or whatever, like you have to have both your workouts and all these things done.
Wow.
So she said she would actually be up at like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning finishing out her workouts because she would forget. Or not that she forgot, but she didn't get it done. So she said sometimes she would just go for an 1.5 hour walk, which makes me think, can you just do an 1.5 hour workout and it's enough? Can it be counted?
We'll have to look into it, I guess.
To be determined on that one.
Yeah.
And then the other one is you have to read 15 minutes of a nonfiction book. So like something with your business, it could be the Bible, it could be whatever, which is fine because we have a book club with our team.
Yes.
I need to be reading that
so
anyways.
Those books
are great. You have to read at least 15 minutes.
A day.
Mm-hmm. 15 minutes a day.
Okay.
And the other thing is you don't have to weigh, but you have to take a progress photo every day.
Every day.
Every day. And you don't have to post it. It's for you, but you have to have a progress photo every day.
Okay.
Then, so like at the beginning, when you get to the end of the 75 hard, the whole point is to be able to take your beginning photo and your last photo, and you should be able to see a huge change. So that's why I was asking you if you're aware or not, because a lot of people, like even with intermittent fasting, they're not even really about losing the weight. So sometimes you'll see people, you easily think these people have lost like 50 or 60 pounds, and they'll say there's maybe a 5-pound difference, but you could see physically that they've lost tons of weight. Mm-hmm. And they, so they say the scale is very deceiving, and I have to say that's probably true.
It is.
I know that for a fact that it's true. Because I know clothes that will be falling off me, but I haven't lost any weight, but I know that, I'm going down a size in clothes or whatever. Mm-hmm. And so they say progress photos are like the big thing.
They really are. And the trick is to not use your front camera. You have to set your phone up and use the back camera. That's the trick. Because it shows.
I always take a picture like in the mirror.
No. So
you're telling me I make myself look worse? Great.
No, in the mirror you look better.
If you do it
because
way.
of the angle and just the way you're standing.
Interesting.
So
or just have somebody else take your picture.
Yes.
So this is what I'm committing to. This is 75 days, and this is like no joke. Like this is hard for anybody.
Yes.
But they're saying so it's not even like really about. It is about working out, and it is about doing having those goals of being healthy and doing these things and completing these tasks, of course. But the biggest thing is they're just teaching you that you can do hard things, and that it's usually mostly mental.
Right.
And it teaches you to try to, like they say 75 days should be enough to be able to get you to be able to make something more of a lifelong.
Like a routine.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So it's more about building good habits and just being consistent and committing to something and finishing it.
Interesting. So if someone else wants to start, how do they start? Wait, is that all the rules?
Yes, so here's the thing though. Here's the kicker. You could be on day 74, and if you forgot to take, say, your progress photo, you have to start over at day 1.
No.
Which is why my friend was like in tears when that happened to her, because that's what happened is she got frustrated. She told me this on the phone this morning, and my heart went out to her because I know this is going to happen to me probably. That's another reason why I'm telling people, because I'm like, please don't let me forget to do one of these. Like workouts are the hardest part. Like if I do my workouts in water, like don't let me not do these other stupid things.
Yeah.
That take 15 minutes time or whatever. So she said that she got on her Peloton, did her workout, and it was like really, really late. And she wore like a heart rate strap, which I used to as well, because I used to be with a Polar watch.
Oh, okay.
Which is really good for tracking like your calories. I think it's a little bit more accurate than the Apple Watch, but it's not off much. She said it stopped working, and she got mad, and she took it off and threw it when she finished her rest of her 15 or 20 minutes left on her bike ride that she had. And she said, but that whole thing threw her off, and she said she just went straight to bed. And she said she forgot, because she got in the habit of taking the progress photo after her workouts.
Oh.
And she said that threw her off, and she went to bed, and she woke up the next morning, and she was like beyond being consolable.
So how do you stay accountable? Is it just with yourself? So
it's with a group. So we're in a group, and so they're starting a Facebook page, and I can get that information and I can tag it on.
But how do they know if you took your picture or not? Or if you're not sharing it?
I don't know.
Is it just you got to be honest?
I think you just have to be honest.
Okay.
I think it's just like being honest with yourself. Like, if you're gonna lie, you can't lie to yourself.
Yeah.
You can say you did something and you didn't do it, but it's probably gonna make you feel like crap. Like, This is all about, don't do it if you already go into it thinking like, how can I cheat the system?
Yeah.
Like, so that brings me to my next thing I wanted to ask you is, how do you prepare for something like this?
Oh,
get a water bottle.
Yeah.
With a gallon of water.
Get a water bottle.
Get a water
you're
bottle.
Drinking a lot.
Have your workouts planned.
Definitely have your workouts planned. If you're on a diet, I would plan
ahead.
Like you used to do, I don't know if you still do, the menu thing.
My kids keep asking me about that.
I think you should. I love that.
Well, they loved it too because so what we would do is we would sit down. It was great for a lot of reasons. One, it was great because I feel like when you plan things, then it makes your life easier. You don't have to think about stuff. And I already know when I wake up in the morning, okay, we're having, spaghetti. Oh, I got to take out ground beef. Like you're not sitting there at 3:00 in the afternoon going, forgot to thaw something out.
Yeah.
What are we going to have for dinner? It's like you already know. You get up in the morning, you have a plan, you get a routine, take out what you need to make a dinner.
Right.
So I liked it for that, and I liked it because it got my kids involved. So my kids are always asking me if they can help me make dinner, and a lot of times I'm one of those people. If people know me, they know I'm not a teacher. I'm just a doer.
Yeah.
So it's like my kids want to be in the kitchen, they want to do stuff with me, and I love that. The idea of it is great. But sometimes it's like so much more trouble. It's more of a mess you have to clean up. Yes. And it's like, it depends on the kid. Like we have one that she can just follow directions and she can make stuff, and I trust her to do it on her own. But the other two, it's like, one likes to kind of help you, but not really, and she does not like to clean up. So it's like you end up they make it twice of a mess, and then you have to clean it up because lo and behold, your cooking buddy is no longer around because now it's the hard work, And so, but I like it because the kids get involved. So the whole idea was to sit down and come up with a menu. And what we did was we have 3 older daughters, and I would say we would give them one day of the week. So like each of them had like Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday or whatever. They always had the same day of the week. And then we would say, okay, what do you want to make for dinner that night?
Right.
Or like, what do you want to have for dinner that night? And they would say what they wanted. And the deal was they had to help us.
Okay.
So like they would learn how to cook. So like I learned how to cook like most other people just from being passed down generation to generation. Yeah. But most of my family's recipes were up here. So it's like if I never learned to make that with them, now I'm SOL.
That's why I never helped. Well, I don't want to say never, but my sister would always help my mom cook. And they really...
She better cook than you know?
Yes. They would not want me in the kitchen because I'm not good. Like one time I used sugar instead of salt, or vice versa, and I just like mess everything up. So
speaking of messing things up, okay, I'm the queen of better ideas than they actually come out to be. So we have a lender that we work with, and he was so nice, and they brought by this jar, and this jar, you probably saw it on our counter, but it was a jar, and inside of it was everything you need to make these chocolate peanut butter cookies. Okay. First of all, any cookie besides a raisin oatmeal cookie is my fave.
You don't like oatmeal cookies?
No, I don't like raisins.
I mean, they're not my favorite either, but...
Like, that's the only way I can have cookies in the house and not eat them. I will never eat a oatmeal raisin cookie.
I don't not eat a cookie, honestly.
It's just better than I am. So the jar had everything you needed in it, and then it had instructions on the outside, like kind of tied to it. And then it said you had to add butter, and you had to add an egg and vanilla. And then you mix it all together, and then you bake it. Okay. And so one night I was like, not going to order Tiff's treats because it's like $40 for 2 dozen, but it's so good. And I thought, nope, I'm going to bake some cookies. Like, how hard can it be,
Not that hard.
No, not supposed to be. And so I had it over in my mixer and I'm beating it. And like, here's the thing, like why things are beating over there, I'm like looking for stuff in the pantry. I'm trying to find our vanilla. I'm trying to find, all these different things. And meanwhile, everything's just beating over there in the mixer because I have a KitchenAid mixer. And I don't know if like you're not supposed to beat it a certain amount of time. Maybe I didn't it didn't say the butter had to be softened. Like that's another thing is like I never know.
What? Yeah.
I never know.
Can you explain? How do you want my butter?
Yeah, like I need to know. So anyways, I just followed the directions. It said add, half a cup of butter or whatever. So I put it in there and I did everything they told me to do. And then whenever we went to go bake them, the girls were upstairs taking showers and stuff because it was in the evening. And they're like, they're super excited about these cookies. And they come downstairs and they're like an hour had passed. And they're like, SK, they call me SK. And they said, SK, where are the cookies? And I'm like, well, I had to throw them out. And they're like, why? And I'm like, because they didn't even puff up. They just like melted.
Oh no. So
you ever had that happen?
A pan of cookies.
No, not even. It was like gooey globs of butter.
I've never had that happen because I never tried to do that. I just use a dough.
The only... Well, that's one way to make sure that's just one way to make it dump-proof. So one of the things that one of the recipes I actually can follow very well, and I didn't mess up, but I ran out of ingredients halfway through and had to improvise. And then now it's become our favorite cookie recipe. And it is the chocolate chip cookie recipe from Joanna Gaines, and it's in her cookbook. And what we did was it calls for brown sugar, like 2 cups of it. And I didn't have I didn't have the 2 cups of light brown sugar. I had 1 cup. So I was like, well, I mean, what does it matter? So I'm sure it does, but I put 1 cup of brown sugar in there and 1 cup of granulated sugar. And what it does is it kind of crystallized on the top of the cookies.
Ooh,
and now the girls like request me to make cookies that way. So I've improvised her cookie recipe and I think I've made it better, but she may have a different.
Sorry, Joanna.
Sorry. Not sorry.
We have better cookies.
I'll send you some. So anyways, we shouldn't be talking about cookies, but here's the thing. So the reason why I chose intermittent fasting was because I know that you can get results from it if you do it. And what I liked about it is because all the other stuff is like, it denies you everything that you would ever want to eat. And so then what happens is I was talking to my friend about that this morning, is, maybe I go a week without eating something I really want to eat and I've really restricted my diet. And then at the end of the week, it's like, 1, the scale is going to make me mad, or 2, I just want a cookie and then I end up eating like 2 dozen cookies. It's like, I wouldn't eat 2 dozen, but I'm pretty sure I've come close. I love a cookie. But, it's like, I'd rather eat 1 cookie every single day if I only have, a small window to eat.
Right.
Like, let me eat a cookie. I'll have a meal. I'm good to go. Yeah. I don't feel guilty. I haven't gained any weight during COVID, which I think is a big deal because a lot of people are like, I've gained weight. I haven't gained any. I haven't lost any, but I haven't gained any. And I increased my intermittent fasting time. So like it was, 16 hours intermittent fasting, 8 hours of eating. And I thought, that's kind of a long window to eat.
Yeah.
I could really do some damage in 8 hours. So then I pushed it out. And so now I'm between 17 and 18 hours fasting with, 6 or 7 hours. But I usually cut it off around 7 or 7:30 at night at the latest, no matter what. Yeah. And then, and no alcohol. You can't have alcohol in this either.
75 days?
75 days, and we're about to be starting summer.
I don't think I can do that.
I figured you would be like, I forgot, no alcohol.
I mean, I'm not an alcoholic, so I guess I could try it.
But it's just like, here in Texas, that's when all the pools usually started opening, which now the pools aren't open, but my dad has a pool, and I'm sure we'll be spending some time out there. And it's like, that's just really kind of what you do here in the summer. Yeah. You go out to the pool, you go to the lake, whatever, you hang out and you drink. But then if you look at it this way, 75 days is nothing in your span of life. It's like, you can do something for 75 days. Maybe. Some people can.
No, it's not.
But you're younger, and you hang around with a different kind of crowd.
Well, my thinking is, do you have a pass if you go on vacation?
No.
Well?
Because there were some people who were going on vacation. In fact, my friend went to Disney World right in the middle of all this.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
And she still had to do...
I think she had forgot to take her progress photo right before she left.
So she had to start over.
I'm not starting, yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah. So that's why, like, it's happening again because the leader of the group did the 75 hard, and her results were phenomenal. She wasn't overweight by any means whatsoever, but you could see a huge difference in her before and her after pictures. Right. And she says she's really just kind of let herself go. She's been super busy. Like health and fitness has been kind of like on the back burner for her. So she's like, I really feel like I need to do something, but I don't know if I want to do 75 hard again because it's really hard. And then she finally, like a week later, I saw her post yesterday. That's it. I'm doing the 75 hard. Who wants to do it with me? And I thought, who better to do it with than someone like her who inspires me? Also somebody who's been through it, been successful. Right. And again, you have the whole group accountability thing, which is, my jam. So I don't know.
That's awesome.
I'm going to do the 75 hard challenge. It starts on Monday. So that's going to be Monday, Tuesday is going to be the hardest days. Yeah. 1, because you're starting a new thing. And 2, because my bike doesn't arrive till Wednesday. So it's like, what am I going to do for my workouts? So I think on Monday, Tuesday,
Can you just do a YouTube video or something?
So I think I'm going to do Camp Gladiator.
Okay.
So I got to unfreeze my account. And then, so I'll do a workout with them on Monday, Tuesday, and then I'll do a walk that evening because I'm going to need to walk it out.
Yeah, walk it out. We make fun of TikTok all the time.
I can't make fun of it. I can't make fun of it because I was literally scrolling TikTok at 11:30 last night.
Yeah. It's addictive.
For no reason. I was laughing so hard, I had like tears coming out of my eyes.
Yes.
There's some really good ones out there.
Yeah, stay tuned. We're going to make some TikTok videos.
There's tons of ones I want to make, but it's like, I have to sit down and like learn it. Mm-hmm. Like I really want to, we've talked about this, like I really want to do that. hey Brandon, what do you got on? Like, that one is like, don't worry about it, sweetheart. I want to do that one, and I want to do, I mean, there's like a couple other ones I want to do. My kids are going to be so embarrassed.
Yeah, it's okay. It's fine. It's worth it.
There's this one where she said, like, you know, she starts out the video and she says, like, TikTok, like, that's not for my generation. Like, I'm not going to be on TikTok. Like, my kids are on TikTok. I'm not going to embarrass them. And then, like, it literally said 4 minutes later and she was, like, popping, locking it, like, all kinds of stuff. That's totally me, by the way. I would do that. Yeah. So, anyway, so 75 hard. It's going to be really hard. And I started on Monday. And so I'm kind of excited, but kind of nervous. So some of the things I'm doing to prepare myself is like, you know, we're Thursday right now. So I got like 5 days to prepare. I have Mother's Day on Sunday, so I'll have cake or whatever it is that my husband's preparing for me, because I have no idea. I will enjoy it, and then I will try to go to bed early. Well, actually, I shouldn't say try, because you either do or you don't. So my goal is to be in bed by no later than 9:30 every night, and I need to be up by 5 a.m. the next morning.
Okay.
For Monday.
Okay.
But I also like to be on the East Coast 5 a.m. call, which is at 4 o'clock in the morning my time.
Yeah.
We'll see. As long as I'm up by 5 a.m. my time, I'm good. And so that's my goal. So do that. So one of the things I did was, I really think that you work out better and you do better when you look better.
This is true.
So I have super cute workout clothes coming my way.
Ooh, when are they going to get here?
Not soon enough.
Oh.
But I love, so I'm totally into, and we'll do a podcast about this, because I love workout clothes, workout shoes, even like where's the best place to find like sports bras, especially if you're kind of like heavy chested like I am. I come by it honest. My mom's jeans were like ridiculous. And so I have a really hard time finding sports bras, especially because they always say they're high impact, but you put them on and it's like they don't even hold my boobs up standing. Like, how am I supposed to go do anything? Like, my boobs gonna pop out, and then it's gonna be offensive. I'm gonna have to go to jail or something. But I'm really obsessed with the pants right now that have the pockets.
Me too.
One, because even if I'm walking around the house, and what's funny is I'll start wearing workout pants, because one, Jordan wears workout pants and it inspires me, but I don't look as good as Jordan in workout pants. But what's funny is my kids will go, "Oh, are you going to work out?"
I think I said that to you the other day.
I know. I was like, going to the store.
She was like, "No, this is just my outfit for today.
I'm going upstairs to watch a movie. What are you doing?" Why do you gotta ask those stupid questions? You know, it's like, sometimes I just want to wear cute workout pants. That's it. But I get it, because I mean, like, they're thinking, because they're used to me dressing like that and working out.
Right.
And so now it's like, she's dressed like that and she's not going anywhere. Like, I don't understand.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't make any sense. Who wears workout pants to sit? They're really comfortable. That's why I like them. But they have the pockets, so I can put my phone in there and walk around and have my earbuds in, and when a call comes in, I can talk to them and stuff like that. And then, so I like that. But I like tank tops with like really cool sayings. And shoes are very important. So the Peloton, of course, you wear the cycle shoes, but I love, I love tennis shoes.
Yes, me too.
Yeah, and I have so many, and like whoever, like we give a lot of our clothes away, or at least I do. Like I go through and purge my stuff a couple times a year, and so I'll do it again with my workout pants, because I have one full drawer of workout pants, and I have new, and it's full, and I have new workout pants coming. Yeah. So I got to go through and get the ones that maybe I don't wear anymore. Yeah.
I need to throw away, like, I'll have some that have like little holes in them, because I've worn them so much. I need to just toss them out and buy new ones.
So one of my daughters likes to wear her stuff with holes in it, and I'm like, I can't buy you a new pair of pants. Like, I'm confused. Like, why are you wearing pants with rips in it?
Wait, what do you mean? Like the cute rips, or like
no, like she fell down and ripped it, and now it's like this big rip on her knee. And so I'm like, can you do me a favor? Like, and then I forget, like, and this is the thing, I forget my kids are a little bit older now, so like I should give them more responsibility with things. So like, you need to tell me what you need. Don't tell me last minute. And another thing is why don't you shop online? Tell me where you want it. Send me the link and I'll purchase it for you.
There you
what
go.
Parents do that, by the way? They just say, hey, if you need something, just tell me. Like, my kids literally live the life.
Yeah, they do.
They do.
I'm going to tell you that. They do.
Ask me in like 4 or 5 years if we did a good job raising our kids. Jury's still out. Like, we're either going to have really good kids, or we're going to have like one behind bars. One that still lives with her parents. And I don't even want to say what could happen with the other one. Like, the odds are against us.
No.
We have 3 daughters.
They're really good.
This quarantining stuff is good, because then I can see what they're doing and like tell them to knock it off.
Yeah.
We have good kids. We do. But like, I do worry sometimes like what's going to happen to them.
I don't.
So yeah, starting Monday, 75 hard, and I can't wait to be able to show. So I will do a before picture, but will not post it. But I will do a before and after at the end and post it so you can see my results. And I'm hoping that there's some really good ones. I think,
awesome.
So I was talking to my friend and what she said was, it doesn't matter what you do. Like, as long as you do what you're supposed to do here, it doesn't matter if you eat a whole pizza every day, which we just had pizza for lunch. But it doesn't matter if you eat pizza every day, you're going to see results because you're doing something that you haven't done before. And it's obviously like,
that's true.
It's hard. It's like, it's not for people who are, I don't know, pansies.
So, does it only start on that Monday? And there's...
You can start it whenever.
Oh, okay.
You can start today if you wanted to.
Oh, okay.
But our group, I'm like taking ownership of it, like our group.
My group.
No, the group I'm a part of is starting Monday.
Okay.
And I like it because there's just a lot of people that I know that are going to be doing it, so I can reach out to them and be like, we can all cry together, because I'm sure there's going to be days where I'm going to have tears, or I'm going to be like, I really don't want to work out again. And I know what's going to happen is the first week that I have my bike, I'm going to be like, I can't sit on that bike anymore because my butt is going to be so sore. I rode the bike outside, and we went down the street once, and the next day, like, my legs were all sore and my butt, and I was like, oh, God.
Yes, last time I went on a bike ride with your girls, I was so sore, the next day.
True story, last time I had a Peloton, because this is my second time, my husband bought one of those really big cushiony bike seats. It was pretty awesome.
You're going to have to get another one.
No, because I feel like I was cheating.
What? What do you mean?
I mean, if you're going to do it, just do it. Like, don't be a sissy about it. I'm not going to, like, modify my seat. Like, no. I'm going to ride it, and eventually it's going to go away. I know, because I've done cycling for so long on and off. Okay. I've done everything so many times on and off. You would think I'd be like an expert in all things.
Okay.
I'm an expert in nothing.
Jack of all trades.
Master of none, for sure. So anyways, can't wait for you guys to follow us on that. So that's all I want to talk about today. Jordan didn't even know we were obviously going to talk to her about the 75 hard.
I was nervous.
I think every time we like tell her it's a surprise, she thinks she's going to get fired or something.
Yeah.
Like, she's gonna be like packing up her stuff. Like,
okay.
Where are you going? So this is our 5th episode. Hopefully it's good stuff you like to hear. Hopefully you can relate to it. We are always open for you to give us suggestions on things. So comment on our Facebook page. If you want to hear a specific topic, if you like something, if you didn't, we want to hear about it. It doesn't hurt my feelings. We are looking to improve. And hey, I'm only putting this stuff out here because when I talk about stuff on my live videos, people always say, oh my God, I love your videos. And so I just want to, make sure that I'm bringing something that's useful and good content.
Right.
Another thing is make sure you subscribe. So if you go to the link that is posted on my Facebook page with the teaser of what's being dropped tomorrow, there's a link on there for Social Sprout, I think is what it's called. Don't quote me on that. Buzzsprout, thank you very much. That's why I have a team. And go on there and subscribe. I think last time we got quite a few subscribers for the first episode, and it wasn't even, it was not very good at all. But it's getting better. I feel like we're getting better.
Yeah, I think we are too.
So again, we're Joe Rogan style here, and we just talk until we're done talking. And sometimes I don't even know what the topic's going to be.
No script.
Yeah. Zero.
Yeah.
So you guys have a great day, and keep slaying it.
Bye.
This episode of the Slayin' It with Shawna podcast has ended. Don't forget to rate and review so we can continue to bring you the best content.
Keep slaying it.